Hi students, in this video we are going to learn about the Rabi's test. So in testing the whether the infinite series is convergent or not. So generally, this test will be applied when the ratio test fails. That is, limit as n tends to infinity n plus 1 by n. If limit is 1, the ratio test fails. So that this test help to verify whether the given series is convergent or not. So this test has wide application in testing the whether the infinite series is convergent or not. Now let us move to the statement of the Rabi's test. If sum of n is a series of positive terms such that limit as n tends to infinity n into an by an plus 1 minus 1 is equal to L. So then the series an converges if L is greater than 1, and the series diverges if L is less than 1, and the test fails if L is equal to 1. So now let us move to the proof of the test. Let limit as n approaches to infinity of n into an by n plus 1 minus 1 is equal to L. Therefore, by the definition of the convergence of a series, for any epsilon bigger than 0, there exists n such that where n is a positive integer, n into an by an plus 1 minus 1 minus L less than epsilon. This is true for all n greater or equal to n. So this implies minus epsilon less than n into an by an plus 1 minus 1 minus L less than epsilon for all n greater or equal to n. I removed the modulus, so which I written here. So this implies minus L take the both sides of the inequality, that is L minus epsilon less than n into an minus n into n plus 1 by n plus 1 less than L plus epsilon. This is true for all n greater than or equal to n. So this equation, take it as equation 1. Now let us move to the first case. Let L is greater than 1. Now choose epsilon is bigger than 0. It is sufficiently small such that L is obviously greater than L minus epsilon. So you choose that is L minus epsilon greater than 1. Let us take L minus epsilon is equal to R. R is greater than 1 since L minus epsilon is greater than 1. So then R is greater than 1. From 1 we have the some part of the question 1. Let us consider L minus epsilon less than n minus n plus 1 by n plus 1. You consider some part of the equation 1. So that is n into an minus n into an plus 1 by n plus 1. So this L minus epsilon less than this, or simply you can write greater than L minus epsilon also. This is true for all n greater than or equal to n. So L minus epsilon I consider as R. So this implies n into an minus n plus 1 greater than r times of n plus 1. So denominator of that left hand side of the inequality that goes to right side of the inequality, that is r times of n plus 1. So this is true for all n greater than or equal to capital N. So this implies n times of n minus n times of n plus 1, and adding and subtracting both the inequalities by n plus 1 greater than r times of n plus 1 and minus n plus 1. This is true for all n greater than or equal to n. So this implies n into an. Here you take an plus 1 is common, minus of n plus 1 into n plus 1, that is greater than, here again n plus 1 is common, r minus 1 into n plus 1. This is true for all n greater than or equal to n, and moreover r minus 1 also greater than 0, because since r is greater than 1. So this equation, take it as equation 2. Now let small n always greater than or equal to capital N. So now let n greater than or equal to capital N. Now you consider the n values. N is equal to n plus 1, n plus 2 till n minus 1. Take the values, and using 2 you can write it as, you take when n is equal to capital N. So that equation 2 can be written as, in particularly, n into an minus n plus 1 a capital N plus 1 greater than r minus 1 into a capital N plus 1. So similarly, when small n is equal to n plus 1 in equation 2, we get n plus 1 into a n plus 1 minus of n plus 1 plus 1, that is n plus 2 a n plus 2 greater than r minus 1 into a n plus 2. Similarly, you take when n is equal to n minus 1, take n is equal to n minus 1 in equation 2, we'll get n minus 1 into a n minus 1, n minus 1 plus 1, that is n a n greater than r minus 1 into a n. So adding all the above equations, we get therefore n into an minus n plus 1 an plus 1, and here in second equation plus n plus 1 an plus 1 get cancelled. Similarly, minus n plus 2 an plus 2 in the next equation, plus n plus 2 an plus 2 get cancelled. Similarly, in the previous of last equation, n minus 1 into minus n minus 1 into n minus 1 get cancelled. So remaining is minus n into an greater than, here you can observe here r minus 1 is common. So rest of the terms here, in the first equation we have a n plus 1, In second equation we have a n plus 2, and third equation we have n plus 3, and so on. In the last equation we have that an, this term. You know sum of partial n terms. Let Sn is equal to a1 plus a2 plus an plus an plus 1 plus and so on en. So Sn is the sum of first n terms of the series. Similarly, S capital N is equal to a1 plus a2 plus an. So this is the S capital N is the sum of first n capital N terms here. So therefore, we know that Sn minus S capital N is equal to a1 plus a2 and so on plus a capital N and so on plus an minus S capital N, that is a1 a2 and so on a capital N. So a1 a2 plus and so on plus an get cancelled, with minus of a1 plus a2 get cancelled. So rest of the term is next term of the in the first term, that is an plus 1 plus an plus 2 and so on plus an. So let us move to this is correct as equation 3. So using equation 4, equation 3 becomes, therefore using equation 4 and 3 becomes n into an minus n into small n greater than r minus 1 into, so this can be written as Sn minus S capital N. This implies r minus 1 into Sn minus S capital N less than n an minus n an. So this implies r minus 1 into Sn minus S capital N less than n into an also. So this is true for all n greater than or equal to capital N. This implies Sn minus S capital N less than n by r minus 1 into an. This is true for all n greater than or equal to n. So this implies Sn less than S capital N plus n by r minus 1 into an. This is old for all n greater than or equal to n. Since n is fixed integer, hence Sn plus n by r minus 1 into an is a finite number, finite number. Therefore, so this is a finite number, therefore Sn is bounded. Therefore Sn is a partial sum, is a bounded. So this Sn always less than of this finite number. Hence the series an n is equal to 1 to infinite is a convergent series. You know the so since Sn is bounded, therefore the given series is a convergent series. So this is therefore the Rabi's test is a convergent series when L is greater than 1, where L is the limit of the Rabi's test. Nth term of the n means n into n by n plus 1 minus n minus 1. Now let us move to the second case when L is less than 1. Now we choose the epsilon is positive such that L is less than L plus epsilon, obviously. So that is we choose that is less than 1, L plus epsilon less than 1. Now from 1 we have n into an by an plus 1 minus 1, that is less than L plus epsilon. So that is less than 1. Our chosen L plus epsilon is less than 1. So this is true for all n greater than or equal to n. So this implies an by an plus 1 minus 1 less than, that L plus epsilon is less than 1, so that is less than 1 by n. So this LHS of the inequality that comes to the right side of the inequality, that becomes 1 by n. That is, this is true for all n greater than or equal to capital N. So this implies an by n plus 1 less than 1 by n plus 1 for all n greater than or equal to capital N. So minus 1 goes to the right side of the inequality. So this implies n by n plus 1 less than n plus 1 by n. This is true for all n greater than or equal to capital N. We choose Bn, that is 1 by n. You take it as this value. We choose that Bn is 1 by n. Here choose the Bn 1 by n. Since the series Bn is of the form 1 by n power p form with p is equal to here 1. So compare with the series 1 by n. So p is equal to 1. So it diverges. So Bn diverges by using the p series test. And moreover an by an plus 1, this term here, an by an plus 1 less than Bn by Bn plus 1. Bn plus 1 is, let us take it as 1 by n plus 1. So this is Bn by Bn plus 1. So Bn by an by n plus 1 less than Bn by Bn plus 1. Therefore by direct comparison test, you can conclude that the series an diverges, because since the series Bn diverges, so therefore direct comparison test an also, the series an also diverges. So this diverges when L is less than 1. If L is equal to 1, the Rabi's test fails. So this is the proof of the Rabi's test. Now let us move to the some problems. Test the test the convergence of the series that is sum of n is equal to 1 to infinity, that is 1 into 3 into 5 and so on 2n minus 1 divided by 2 into 4 into 6 and so on 2n into 1 by n. So this is the series of positive terms. So generally we don't apply directly Rabi's test. First let us apply the ratio test. If the ratio test fails, let us use the Rabi's test whether the series is convergent or not. Let us check it out whether the series is convergent or not. Let us move to solution. Let n is equal to 1 into 3 into 5 into 2n minus 1 divided by 2 into 4 into 6 into 2n and so on into 2n into 1 by n. Then n plus 1 is equal to 1 into 3 into 5 into 2n minus 1. Next term of the 2n minus 1 is 2n plus 1 by 2 into 4 into 6 into 2n. Next term of the 2n is 2n plus 2 into 1 by next term of 1 by n is 1 by n plus 1 into 1 by n plus 1. So now let us apply the ratio test. By ratio test, limit as n tends to infinity an plus 1 by an, that is limit as n tends to infinity n plus 1 term is 1 into 3 into 5 into 2n plus 1 divided by 2 into 4 into 6 into 2n plus 2 into 1 by n plus 1. Nth term is let us multiply for that is denominator goes to numerator, that is 2 into 4 into 2n divided by 1 into 3 into 5 and so on 2n minus 1 into n. So 1 into 3 into 2n minus 1 and 1 into 3 into 5 into 2n minus 1 get cancelled. Similarly 2, 4 up to 2n get cancelled. So rest of the term is limit as n tends to infinity. Here 2n plus 1 by 2n plus 2 into n by n plus 1. So let us apply the limits. You cannot don't apply the limit directly. You take n outside here. Limit as n tends to infinity. If I take n outside in the numerator, 2 plus 1 by n into n, this n written, n into 2 plus 2 by n and n into 1 plus 1 by n. N get cancelled. So when n approaches to infinity, 2 plus 0, that is 2. Here in the denominator also 2, that is 1. So ratio test fails. Since limit is 1, the ratio test fails. So that we can apply the Rabi's test to verify whether the series is convergent or not. So now let us apply the Rabi's test. By Rabbit test, we know that n plus 1 by n, previously you have seen that is 2n plus 1 into n by 2n plus 2 into n plus 1. Let us apply the Arabesque test. Now, limit as n approaches to infinity, n into n by n plus 1 minus 1. So this can be written as limit as n tends to infinity, n into, so reciprocal of n plus 1 by n is n by n plus 1, that is 2n plus 2 into n plus 1 by n into 2n plus 1 minus 1. This is equal to limit as n tends to infinity, n into, take it LCM, 2n plus 2 into n plus 1 minus n into 2n plus 1 divided by n into 2n plus 1. So this n get cancelled. So this implies limit as n tends to infinity. Now take it n outside here. If I take it n outside, n into 2 plus 2 by n, take n outside, 1 plus 1 by n minus n into, if I take n outside, 2 plus 1 by n divided by, if I take n outside, 2 plus 1 by n, n get cancelled. Here one more n get cancelled if I take common. So when you apply the n test infinity, 2 plus 0, that's 2 in the denominator. In the numerator, this is 2 plus 0, but here one more n is here. When n test infinity, that is infinity. Minus again, that is infinity. So infinity minus infinity, that again is infinity. So therefore here infinity by 2, so that is equal to infinity. This after simplifying, we have that infinity will come here, infinity. So infinity by 2 is infinity. So L is equal to infinity, that is greater than 1. Therefore the series is convergent series. Now let us consider the next problem. Show that the series sum of 3 into 6 into 9 and so on into 3n by 7 into 10 into 13 and so on 3n plus 4 into x power n, where x is positive real number. So this series converges for x is less than or equal to 1 and diverges for x is greater than 1. Let us move to solution now. So generally we don't apply Rabi's test directly. So first let us apply the ratio test. If the ratio test fails, let us see the Rabi's test. So now n by n plus 1, let us consider. So n is the 3 into 6 into 9 and so on 3n by 7 into 10 and so on 3n plus 4 into x power n by n plus 1 is n plus 1th term of the an. So that is let us write reciprocal of that, 7 into 10 and so on, 3n plus 4. Next term is this is nth term, next term is 3n plus 4, next term is 3n plus 7. So replace n by n plus 1, we get next term. So in the denominator, 3 into 6 into 9 and so on, 3n, the nth term. Next term is 3n plus 3 into x power n. X power n comes the denominator 1 by x power n plus 1. So this is equal to 3 into 6 into 9 and 3n get cancelled. Similarly 7 into 10 and so on, 3n plus 4 also get cancelled. X power n and x power n get cancelled. So rest term is here 3n plus 7 in the numerator. In the denominator we have 3n plus 3 into 1 by x. So this is the an by an plus 1. So now let us apply the ratio test. By ratio test, limit as n approaches to infinity, an plus 1 by an, so that is equal to limit as n approaches to reciprocal of n by n plus 1 is n plus 1 by n, so that is 3n plus 3 into x by 3n plus 7. So this is equal to limit as n tends to infinity, you take n outside, 3 plus 3 by n into x. In the denominator also you take n outside, 3 plus 7 by n get cancelled. So this is equal to 3 plus 0 into x, that is 3x in the numerator, in the denominator 3, so that is equal to x. So where x is positive. So therefore by ratio test, if x is less than or equal to 1, if x is less than 1, if x is less than 1, the series convergent. If x is greater than 1, the series divergent. If x is equal to 1, the ratio test fails. So the ratio test fails for x is equal to 1. But we know n by n plus 1. Now for x is equal to 1, we have n by n plus 1 is equal to 3n plus 7 by 3n plus 3 into 1 by x. So 1 by x, so that we have taken x equal to 1, that is 1 by 1. Now let us apply the Rabi's test. By Rabi's test, we have limit as n tends to infinity, n into an by n plus 1 minus 1 is equal to limit as n tends to infinity, n into n by n plus 1 is, that is 3n plus 7 by 3n plus 3 minus 1. So let us simplify this. Limit as n tends to infinity, n into 3n plus 7 minus, let us take it LCM, that is 3n minus 3 by 3n plus 3. So 3n minus 3n get cancelled, but limit as n approaches to infinity, n into 7 minus 3, that is 4 divided by 3n plus 3. So let us limit as n tends to infinity, 4n by n, take it outside, 3 plus 3 by n get cancelled. Let us apply the n approaches to infinity, that is 4 by 3. So 4 by 3 is greater than 1. So therefore, by Arab's test, the series therefore by Arab's test, the series converges. So let us conclude that thus the series converges for 0 less than x less than or equal to 1, and the series diverges for x is greater than 1. Now let us consider next problem. Test for convergence of the series alpha by beta plus 1 plus alpha by 1 plus beta plus 1 plus alpha into 2 plus alpha by 1 plus beta into 2 plus beta. Next term is here 1 plus alpha into 2 plus alpha into 3 plus alpha by 1 plus beta into 2 plus beta to 3 plus beta, and so on. Like this it goes. But you have to see that whether the series is convergent or not with the help of the some test, whether you can apply comparison test or Cauchy's root test or D'Alembert ratio test or Arab's test or Cauchy's integral test. So which one is appropriate? So generally when you apply the comparison test, so easily you can comparable. For example, when you apply the comparison test, always the series of the form 1 by n power p form means rational sequence. Easily you can apply the comparison test. When you apply the Cauchy's root test, always the series of the form in the power you can see that the n power. So easily you can apply the Cauchy's root test. So when you are applying the D'Alembert ratio test, so always the series contains factorial, or moreover you can observe that some other cases, in first term we have here, you can observe alpha is the first term. So next term is 1 plus alpha. Just neglect the first term here. 1 plus alpha you consider as first term. 1 plus alpha first term is carrying to the second term. 1 plus alpha and increment is 2 plus alpha. Again in the third term, 1 plus alpha into 2 plus alpha is carrying to third term. Next term is 3 plus alpha. So in this case also we can apply the D'Alembert ratio test. So if the test fails, then you can think of the Arab's test. So directly we don't apply the Arab's test. Here nth term is 1 plus alpha, 2 plus alpha, and so on, n minus 1 plus alpha by 1 plus beta into 2 plus beta and so on n minus 1 plus beta. Therefore n plus 1th term is 1 plus alpha, 2 plus alpha and so on n plus alpha. Replace n by n plus 1, will get n plus alpha divided by 1 plus beta into 2 plus beta and so on n plus beta. So n term carrying to the n plus 1 term, and next term is n plus alpha. In the denominator we have n plus beta. So now by ratio test, limit as n approaches to infinity, un plus 1 by un, that is equal to limit as n tends to infinity n plus alpha by n plus beta, so that is equal to 1. Therefore the test fails. Test fails by ratio test. So now let us apply the Rabi's test. Now limit as n approaches to infinity n into un by un plus 1 minus 1, so that is equal to limit as n approaches to infinity n into n plus beta by n plus alpha. So this is un by un plus 1 minus 1. So when you apply the n approaches to infinity, we have beta minus alpha. Ends by the Rabi's test. The series converges if beta minus alpha is greater than 1. So that is beta is greater than 1 plus alpha. And the series diverges if beta is less than 1 plus alpha. Again the Rabi's test fails for beta is equal to 1 plus alpha. So anyway the D'Alembert ratio test fails because we have the limit is 1. So when you applied the Rabi's test, so again for beta is equal to 1 plus alpha, the test fails. When beta is equal to 1 plus alpha, the given series becomes alpha by 1 plus alpha plus 1 plus alpha by 2 plus alpha and so on. So that can be written as sum of 1 plus alpha by n plus alpha. So this is greater than or equal to sum of 1 by n. But since the series 1 by n diverges, therefore the series 1 plus alpha by n plus alpha also diverges by using the comparison test. Therefore by Rabi's test, the series converges if beta is greater than 1 plus alpha and the series diverges if beta is less than or equal to 1 plus alpha.